we decided to come out to the beach tonight and see what's out here. We had a storm come through and it was very chilly this morning. We actually dipped into the 30s early this morning, which is, you know, kind of unusual for here, but it is winter, and so it's very nice out right now. It's probably around 60, I'd say 60 maybe, and we're just gonna come out to the beach. We're on the west end on West Gulf Drive, and we're gonna see what's down here. The water is unusually calm. Usually there's a lot more waves down at this end of the island, and I know that we just missed sunset. We saw the sun setting on the causeway as we came over, and so we're gonna see if there's anything on the beach. It is kind of a high tide, so not really sure what we'll find, but we will check it out. Some birds flying, some people enjoying the sunset. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic new year. And let's see if there's anything going on down here. There's some pieces of driftwood, I guess. I guess you could call that driftwood, more like tree branches. And there's always some fun odds and ends to find on the beach. Here's a little crab shell here. And these are always really fun. Kind of like sea whips. Hold the camera back. These are really fun for like crafting, if you guys can see. You can either put it on like a wall hanging or make like little arrangements. So those are kind of really fun. Just grab a shell bag. Gotta have a shell bag just in case, right? You can see there was a cute puppy on the beach earlier. See what we can see. It is high tide, so if you guys can see, actually I don't know if you'll be able to see or not, but right in here there's just a ton of shells. So I imagine low tide tomorrow morning, I think it's really early though, I think it's like 4 in the morning, is going to be really fun. Here is a sea urchin, so see if I can show you guys. Oh, there's a couple sea urchins. Let's get them all over here. Okay, let's do a little sea urchin lesson real quick. Okay, so sea urchins, if they are alive, okay, you'll see right here they have a little mouth on the bottom, and if they're alive, you'll usually see the spines moving. Now this one's been out of the water a little while, so it looks like this one might not be alive anymore. Let's see if he closes his mouth. But you'll usually see their spines moving. So you can see the mouth right there. If they're not alive, you'll see these spines, how there's like no spines on this side. You guys can see that. When they start to dry out, they start to lose their spines. And if they are no longer alive, like this one's losing its spines, it's really dry, then you can take them, but you want to make sure that you let them dry out. I'm going to put this little guy back because this one might actually still be alive. But you want to make sure that you let them dry completely outside, but put them somewhere where wildlife won't get them, because rats or raccoons will grab these and eat them, and then you won't have a sea urchin left. But once they dry out, this little mouth part will pop in and you can kind of shake it out. And you can, all the spines will fall off. You don't want to bleach them. If you feel you need to bleach them, just know that they will bleach. They will turn like a light purple or a white and become very fragile. So you want to make sure that if you are going to bleach them, that you do it very carefully and don't leave them in for a really long time. So we're just going to follow the paw prints here. Here's a really pretty pink scallop, and we'll see what we find along the beach. So people ask me, oh, here's a Here's a stone crab claw. So it is stone crab season, I think October to May. But this is what a stone crab claw looks like. I don't recommend eating that one, but for those of you that like stone crabs, here's a vertebrae, which is just a bone from some creature. What I was gonna say is low tide is usually a good time to shell. If you have a choice, low tide is going to be better, because if you can see the beach right now, like here's the high tide line right here, and then there's all these shells out here. I don't know if you can see them, but there's a ton of shells. So when the tide goes out, sometimes it uncovers all those shells. However, I will tell you that I always say when people ask me, you know, when's the best time to go to the beach? My response is anytime you can. Because when I would be on vacation down here and we would take a trip, there's a paper fig, and we would take a trip down here, you know, you might not have the option to come at low tide. There's times that we were leaving, we had to be at the airport, and we couldn't be there at low tide, so we would come out at high tide. Here's another urchin. Here's a really cool fighting conch, a little juvenile fighting conch that would make a cool piece of jewelry or a little art piece, craft piece. So anytime you can come to the beach, guys, you're gonna find really fun stuff. And right now, I do believe over on the Captiva side of Blind Pass, Turner Beach, there are shell piles. Here's a part of a horseshoe crab shell. But there's shell piles that people are digging through. And I mean, that's super fun and super cool, but you're not gonna have that all the time, and you're not gonna have that at every beach. Look at this cool piece of jerkwood. That's kind of a cool piece right there. So just know that anytime you can get to the beach, get to the beach. And it doesn't mean if there's low tide you're not gonna find anything, or if it's high tide you're not gonna find anything. Look at this pretty sea whip. Look how pretty that would be. Can you guys see that? You can glue that onto a canvas or put some shells on it. Super fun. I love sea whips. Love them. They're so fun. Fun to craft with. Fun to make art with. Let's see. Here, if you guys can see the shells. I have sneakers on and the water's pretty chilly. But I'm going to come down and so you guys can kind of see all the shells. I'm getting brave here, guys. Trying not to get my shoes wet, but it's like nothing worse than like wet sneakers. You know what I mean? Like, especially if you have like shoes on. I don't know. There's something about my tennis shoes. Like, I don't want them to get wet. We used to go to theme parks when I was younger, and you know, you want to wear comfortable shoes, so you wear like sneakers and socks, but then you go on one of the water rides and they get wet and you're like miserable for the rest of the day. Do you guys know what I mean? So, and there's just a ton of shells. So at low tide, you're probably going to be able to find a whole bunch of fun things out here in the water. It's just right now, yeah, I'm asking for it, aren't I? So the tide's coming in. It's coming in. Coming in rather quickly. Don't think if there's not a Junonia or a Scotch bonnet or what else would I sacrifice my shoes for? That I would be in that water in 2 seconds trying to chase it down. But oh, here's another little pile here, if you guys see that. So I know there's not going to be a whole lot to see tonight. There was an accident on the causeway. They actually shut the causeway down earlier, and thankfully we got the email before we started to drive over here, because we would have been just sitting on the causeway. So unfortunately we did miss sunset on the beach here, and I'm losing my light. But I know that a lot of you are up north, you're stuck in the cold, you're stuck in the snow, or you're landlocked and you don't get to the beach. And I just know that I watch a lot of YouTube videos myself on different things and different topics, and I follow different people, and I just know that sometimes it's fun, even if it's not a crazy shell haul. You guys will all get a nice little walk on the beach and kind of get to enjoy Sanibel a little bit. Look at this sunset. I mean, the sun set a while ago. And it's just, I don't know if you guys can see the moon up here. We got the moon, the beach. This afterglow is just crazy, crazy. Isn't it so pretty? Hopefully you guys can hear a little bit of the waves. And yes, I have a sweatshirt on. It's a little chilly. Here's another little sea whip. Oh, what's that? Oops. Tangled. Oh, and look at this one. This one's really cool too. Hold on, get tangled in my shell bag. Isn't that awesome? See the little shells attached to it at the bottom where it was hanging on. So little things like that that are really fun to craft with. Sometimes it's not the shells you find, it's the other fun sea life and sea creatures and other things that you find too. So don't think just because there's not shells doesn't mean you can't find treasures, which is why I named my business name Beach Treasures, because it's not just about the shells, really. There's sea glass, there's sea life, sea plants, shark teeth. Woo! So you guys can see the tide is coming in this way. Alright, so I'm gonna head back because I'm quickly losing my light, and I didn't bring a flashlight with me, but the sunset is still so pretty. And I'm pretty sure, for anybody that's into astronomy, don't mark my words, but that is a planet, and I think if that's the same one in the same direction we were looking at the other night, I think that it is Venus. We figured out. So Shauna, if you're watching, hold on, I'm trying to focus in on it. Focus. We were at the Naples Pier. Why won't it focus? Hold on. And yeah, it's not focusing in on it, but we were at the Naples Pier, and I think that that's what we saw. So I think I just messed up my focus. Oh well, I tried. Sometimes that's all you can do, is try until you mess up your focus. Okay guys, I will talk to you guys again soon. Thank you so much for jumping on. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any fun videos, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!